Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of St. Joseph's Prep Soccer here on WSJP, where today the Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep battle the Lions of Cardinal O'Hara. We do apologize for some early technical difficulties here on WSJP. We did get it fixed for you, though, and we are here at the beautiful Vidas Athletics Complex here at Drexel's Field. For today's broadcast, I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by Anthony Correa. Anthony, how we doing, man? St. Joe's Prep undefeated? I mean, in PCL competition couldn't get any better than this, right?
Absolutely, I agree with you there, Ryan. This has been one of the most athletic and most explosive St. Joe's Prep teams in probably a few years, I would say, past few years. Absolutely exciting team to watch.
Absolutely, indeed. The St. Joe's Prep team is undefeated in PCL play at the current moment in time, though not the number one seed. LaSalle College High School currently taking that spot, but the Prep looking to take it today as the Explorers are battling Devon Prep. So we'll see the outcome of that game. Devon Prep upsetting most PCL schools as we speak. They obviously upset. Um, I'm sorry, Devon Prep. Or I'm sorry. Actually, the Explorers do not take on Devon Prep. The Devon Prep. I meant to say the Devon Prep beat LaSalle, and now Devon, they are taking on Roman Catholic, another big game. The Hawks will be taking on the KLites on Friday. But St. Joe's Prep, undefeated in PCL play, have only given up one goal. They did suffer their first defeat last Wednesday against Penn Charter, but were able to come back and got a 3-0 victory over Archbishop Wood. And the guy we got to look at today here, Anthony, Franny Seaman, only giving up one PCL goal. He has been, in my opinion, the best goalie in the PCL. Wouldn't you agree?
I absolutely agree with you there, Ryan. I mean, he's had some excellent saves, a lot of notable ones against the game in the game against Father Judge, against one of the best teams in the PCL as well. They're also a really explosive team, along with the Prep and LaSalle. But I honestly agree with you there. Really, really great goalie. Really great keeper. Just making all these saves here and there.
The Prep have been a unit this season, and Cardinal O'Hara currently 3-4 in PCL play. They are, fighting for that one of those playoff spots, kind of in the position that the Prep were in last year. In talking about the upper echelon though of PCL teams, they did lose 6-0 to LaSalle College High School and 5-0 to Roman Catholic. So we'll see how the Prep fare today against Cardinal O'Hara. The Prep typically do well against Cardinal O'Hara in soccer. So the Prep, they will be getting the ball first. I don't really see any big changes out there when it comes to the starting lineup. We do see Jack Joseph out there, though. Maybe don't necessarily see him starting every single game. But I think that's Brian Dugan also out there as well. Pretty much everything the same if you are St. Joe's Prep. And we'll see how they fare to start this game. And we do have an update, though. Roman Catholic, they did defeat Devon Prep 5-2. Devon had an early 1-0 lead, but Roman Catholic able to come back. As I mentioned, the Hawks, they'll play them on Thursday. That's the next game. We'll get into some upcoming games later in the broadcast, but we are getting ready to go. Here we are, St. Joe's Prep, starting things off. And now here's Will Vogel getting around the Henry Landgraf. Landgraf gets it over to Zoraficus. And now the Hawks trying to get it onto the side of Cardinal O'Hara. This one being moved around. Landgraf once again gets it to Sal Carrillo with space in front of him. Will Vogel calling for it. Makes the pass to him. Here come the Hawks. Vogel gets it to Liam Waldron on the midfield. Vogel cutting towards the net. And nice job by Cardinal O'Hara to knock it away. And there's a head tap from Eris. And this one being knocked around. Cardinal O'Hara has the possession as we speak. The Prep in pursuit. That being Sal Carrillo. Here's Zoraficus. Gets it over to Timmy Comey. Comey gets back to Hoffman. Hoffman, his first touch of the game. Making a nice pass downfield. Looks like this one will go out of bounds. Yes, it will. This will go in the favor of Cardinal O'Hara. And now throw in for the Lions. St. Joe's Prep, good coverage downfield. Missed head tap there from Dugan. He's trying to get it back. Cardinal O'Hara, though, continuously head tapping it themselves. And now here's Liam Waldron. Waldron trying to dance around defenders, but he's not going to be able to as we speak. Henry Landgraf trying to make a play on the ball. This one goes out. It'll go to the Lions once again. And they are making progress when it comes to getting downfield. Throw in once again. Landgraf once again going for the head tap. Not going to be able to. It goes under Zoraphicus. And this one will roll out and was last touched by Cardinal O'Hara. This one will go to St. Joe's Prep. Prep, not really an aggressive start, as we have seen from the last couple of games, though. Throw in there from Evan Hoffman. This one bouncing off Dugan. And now here comes Cardinal O'Hara once again. Nice kick downfield, but that'll be easily possessed there by Will Powers, who's been the anchorer of the defense. So Raficus gets to the middle of the field, and now here's Sal Carrillo. Nice moves from him. Gets it to the middle of the field once again to Landgraf, and he's going to deliver a nice kick off field. Jack Joseph behind the defense, and now he has it on the wing. Nice plays from Jack Joseph. Shot from him. This one just hits the top crossbar. Unfortunate for the Hawks. That was a bit of a circus shot there from Jack Joseph. And now this one knocked out of bounds. It will go to the Prep. A really, really fast start for the Hawks, though.
Absolutely agree with you there. Great shot by Jack Joseph. Just misses it and hits the post. But as you know, you talked about the personnel being mostly the same out there. One person who we don't see out there today, Dom Qualet.
Yeah, that's actually a good mention there. But Dom Qualet, one of the key contributors to this team. Joseph hits it to the middle of the field, but it will be knocked out. But a corner kick for the Hawks. And now we'll see what Jack Joseph can do. As it looks like he will take the corner kick in. That was a good call there, Anthony. I haven't seen Jack Joseph. We don't see Dom Qualet out there, but he has been one of the best players for St. Joe's Prep this season, as he does have 2 goals on the year, scoring them against Archbishop Carroll. This one hit into Cardinal O'Hara defenders, and now here's Brian Dugan. Dugan takes a shot from the outside. This one's saved. And now the Prep trying to get it back, and they're not going to be able to get another corner kick opportunity. Here comes Cardinal O'Hara. The Prep, though, bringing the pressure. We'll see if they're able to get the ball back. It gets through Evan Hoffman. Sal Carrillo, though, with a takeaway. Cardinal O'Hara continuously getting this one back, and more Prep defenders coming in. Cardinal O'Hara not able to get the possession of the ball. Zoraphicus hits this one back to Franny Seaman, and now it'll be hit in front of Will Powers. Over to Will Vogel now. Vogel trying to find somebody. He just gets it to the middle of the field to Sal Carrillo. A bit of a slow ball. Carrillo going to have to make up for it. It gets taken away. Will Vogel back here in transition, trying to play good defense. And O'Hara, very slow pace, trying to take advantage of the Hawks, maybe using the Prep's momentum against them. Nice kick there from Tegoff, and this one knocked out, and it will go to the Hawks, so they do get it back. And we got a ball boy here today. We didn't see one at Penn Charter. That was not the Hawks' last game, though, as they did defeat Archbishop Wood on Friday. We did not cover that game on WSJP, as St. Joe's Prep football had a big win over Father Judge. We're getting back to this. Leland Waldron with the takeaway, trying to find somebody, and he delivers a nice pass, but and Brian Dugan knocking into the face of the goalie for Cardinal O'Hara. Both men are down. Dugan seems like he's grabbing his knee.
Yeah, that seemed like a hard hit there, Ryan.
Yeah, right to the face.
Yeah, for both sides too.
Yeah,
you wouldn't want to take a knee or any part of anybody to the
face. Like a cleat to the face. Dugan walking off. I hope everybody's okay. We'll take a break though on WSJP. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back here on WSJP, and it looks like everybody's okay. Thankfully, Cardinal O'Hara, though, they will get a kick downfield, as now Will Powers will get a hit on it. Hoffman trying to possess it, but he's got defenders around him. And now the Prep able to come away with it, though, and a Nice kick downfield in the prep, trying to get it behind the defense, and here come the Hawks. This could be saved, though. Liam Waldron running in on it. This one kicked out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for St. Joe's Prep. Interesting, though. Not grabbing there from Cardinal O'Hara's goalie, and now throw in. Henry Landgraf. Kick near the net. Jack Joseph trying to get ahead on it. It was a bit too far behind him. Timmy Comey, though, comes up with it. He's going to take it away. And now Jack Joseph on the wing. Near the corner. Going to have to kick it to the middle of the field, and he is able to do so. No one's there for the Hawks. Sal Carrillo was running in on it. Was not able to make a play. Here's Henry Landgraf. Nice head tap from him, though. Carrillo knocks it in the air. Very nice kick from Eef of O'Hara. This one goes out. Last touch by the Lions. It'll go to St. Joe's Prep. Evan Hoffman to do the throw-in for the Hawks. And now throw-in for the Prep. And now Zarafikis. Nice pass to Joseph, but he's got Tegoff behind him. And this one going to be knocked away. It will be a throw-in for St. Joe's Prep. Will Vogel to do the throw-in. Here it is. And a nice throw in to Liam Waldron. Not able to get the head tap on it, though. Joseph once again coming in, and his energy has been great so far. This one tapped in the air once again. Sal Carrillo trying to make a play on it. So is Timmy Comey. Evan Hoffman, though, nice speed to the sideline. This one out. It'll go to the Prep once again. Head tap there from Brian Dugan. Here's Sal Carrillo. Landgraf back to Carrillo again. Now to Hoffman. Hoffman gets it through the defense to Landgraf and was thinking about the shot, not going to take it. Thinking about it again. Shot from Landgraf. Nice save. And now Sal Carrillo gets it back after Cardinal O'Hara was momentarily taken away. Here's Timmy Comey. Comey tries to get it to Joseph, but gets it into a plethora of Cardinal O'Hara defenders. Liam Waldron knocking down. It'll be a foul on Waldron. And now free kick for Cardinal O'Hara. Here it is. Landgraf closest Prep player to it. Not able to make a play on it, though. Zarafikis starting to play more defense. And now here's Landgraf. Nice moves to take it away from O'Hara. Dugan gets it back to Sal Carrillo. And now Carrillo's going to reset. Gets it back to Zarafikis. Now to Will Powers. Here comes O'Hara, though. The aggression. I'm not sure St. Joe's Prep have expected it. Here's Will Vogel again. Vogel, nice pass to Joseph. Vogel calling for it up front. He's going to try and outrun Kin. And now Vogel not able to get a foot on it. Here's Liam Waldron. Has to make up for the lost play. And now here's Timmy Comey, the Prep, with some advantage here. I think Timmy Comey sees that, trying to get faster here. And here's Jack Joseph. Gets it to Vogel at the middle of the field. Back to Carrillo on the wing. Carrillo to Vogel. Has Joseph open, and Vogel gets knocked down, and there's the foul. Be a free kick for the Prep. And now an opportunity, though, for the Hawks. Here's Jack Joseph. Prep possibly able to set up a play, maybe to score. See if they're able to do so. Here's Joseph. Kick from him. Oh, it's a bit too far out in front of everybody. And now Dugan. Head tap from him. And this one hit high in the air. What a kick back. Landgraf going to have to chase it down. This one head tapped away. And now here's Powers, and the Prep going to have to restart. Here's Vogel. Vogel again. Gets up to Joseph. Well, Vogel's been a constant presence so far in this game. Joseph just going to reset, gets it back to Powers. And once again, the pressure from Cardinal O'Hara seems to be mounting. Here's Carrillo. Carrillo gets it to the sideline to Hoffman. Back to Carrillo again. Now to Landgraf. Back to Carrillo. Great passing from Landgraf. His movement today has been impeccable. And now Carrillo, crossfield pass over to Will Vogel. Vogel to Joseph. Joseph trying to find somebody, not able to. He does find Timmy Comey, though, at midfield. Comey trying to dance around defenders. Shot from him. Easy save, though. The Prep taking a bit more outside shots than I think we expected. And now, goalie kick, and that is a high one in the air. This one tapped by Hoffman. It goes right back to Cardinal O'Hara. And here they come. Here comes Aker. Kick downfield. Head tapped by Hoffman. It's right back to him. And this one high in the air. Franny Seaman going to let it go out. And it's the first time Franny's going to be touching the ball today. Whistle, and I believe there's going to be some substitutions. Yes, there will. Or might be the next whistle, actually. Yeah, next whistle. Franny Seaman delivers a kick to Henry Landgraf. Landgraf over to Vogel. Here comes the pressure from O'Hara. Back to Will Powers. Powers gets it over to Carrillo. Carrillo finds Powers once again. Powers trying to find somebody, and he delivers a kick downfield. Liam Waldron, closest prep player to it, not able to get a foot on it. Here's Jack Joseph. Kicks it about a little too far in front of himself, and now Cardinal O'Hara. Here they come. Henry Landgraf gets a foot on it. The footwork today from Henry Landgraf. And now Jack Joseph behind the defense. Liam Waldron in the middle of the field. Nice head tap, though, from Kin. This one over to Landgraf again. Gets it over to Joseph. And now the triple team from Cardinal O'Hara. They take it away from Joseph. Will Vogel, though, closest prep player to it. Will Powers in there, but here come the Lions. Will Vogel just have to knock it back to Franny Seaman, and he does that. And now here's Zorafikis. Gets it over to Carrillo. Back to Zorafikis again. Kicks it downfield over to Hoffman. Hoffman, another kick downfield, and it's not going to be touched by O'Hara. So let's see if they still get the ball. And they're going to say it was last touched by Eef in the prep. They will get the throw-in. And now the throw-in to Sal Carrillo. Over to Landgraf. Now to Hoffman again. Hoffman gets it through the defense over to Brian Dugan. He's going to go back with it, though, over to Sal Carrillo. And now Carrillo kicked to the middle of the field. Nice save. And Cardinal O'Hara doing a great job not letting the Hawks score.
Absolutely agree with you there. That goalie's been doing a phenomenal job for them on the defensive side. Not letting any goals get in, any balls, any shots.
Brian Dugan gets that one in the air. Henry Landgraf, closest prep player to it. He has been incredible today. And now Sal Carrillo gets it back to Hoffman. And now Timmy Comey loses it momentarily, gets it back, and have to fight for it on the sideline. He does. Now Sal Carrillo's going to get it back once again. Might move up with it, though. Nice moves from Carrillo. I don't know if the prep took some footwork classes over the past couple of days, but this sure has shown. Henry Landgraf, nice kick all the way upfield. Head tap there, and it just goes right back. It'll be a throw-in, though, for the Hawks, and that ball goes into the tennis courts, so someone's going to have to go get that one. Now we get the substitutions for St. Joe's Prep. Jack Joseph out for the Hawks. And I believe Brian Dugan as well. Looks like it's Dom Quallett coming in for the Hawks. And Ethan Smith. So we'll see what they are able to bring to the table. If you are St. Joe's Prep, this one, once again, last touch by Cardinal O'Hara as it goes out of bounds. And it will stay with St. Joe's Prep. And there's no ball there, so the Prep are going to have to wait for it. And now this one had tapped in the air. Henry Landgraf able to get a play on it. Getting it taken away from him momentarily. Henry Landgraf taking it away from two defenders. Here's Will Vogel. Tries to get it to the middle of the field over to Dom Quallett. Nice pass, but it's taken away from Cardinal O'Hara. That was a very crisp pass, though, from Will Vogel. Offensive guy's just not able to finish if you are St. Joe's Prep. And once again, another goalie kick for O'Hara. And this one a bit shorter than usual. Dom Quallett, closest prep player to it. He gets a foot on it. And now here's Timmy Comey getting it around everyone. Timmy, nice moves. Going to get it towards the side over to Dom Quallett. Quallett, nice moves again. Last touch by O'Hara. They were claiming, though, Quallett last touched it. The referee's not going to agree. Now throwing for the Hawks once again. Evan Hoffman throws it in. Over to Liam Waldron. Waldron gets it back. And now to Will Vogel. Vogel sees an open Ethan Smith, but he gets it taken away. Not going to be able to take advantage of that. Here's Kern in transition. Will Powers, closest prep player, too. Going to have to make a play on the ball. Yes, he does. He's going to get it back to Franny Seaman. And now Seaman has an open Vogel. He finds him. And they got Ethan Smith on the sideline for St. Joe's Prep. They have taken advantage of this right side of the field. Vogel just going to deliver a big kick upfield. Ethan Smith and Liam Waldron behind the defense. Goalie coming out. And Liam Waldron gets hit. And goalie coming out for Cardinal O'Hara proves to be vital in the stop there. And now a goalie kick for the Lions. The Prep, though, covering everyone, putting most of their defensive guys on the Cardinal O'Hara side of the field. They are trying to get a goal here as we are pretty much midway through the first half. Here's Ethan Smith. Gets it away. And now here's a takeaway from Will Vogel. The Prep, they don't have numbers, but it gets taken away from Vogel once again. Here's O'Hara. Can't find anyone now. But they do find Aker. And now here we go, the continuation for Cardinal O'Hara, but they just kick it too far in front of their offense. Here's Franny Seaman with it. And just a slow roll over to Powers, who gets pressured, and this one might go out. Yes, it will. This one goes to Cardinal O'Hara. Tefkoff going to throw it in. Gets it over to Aker, and he body taps it out of bounds. And now Will Vogel will do the throw-in for the Hawks, and the Prep, they're going to try and get something going. Here's Liam Waldron behind the defense. Oh, Cardinal O'Hara making up for it. Waldron trying to make something happen here. Waldron shot! Saved! And once again, Cardinal O'Hara preventing the Prep from scoring. Will Powers, though, going to have something to say about it. Here's Ethan Smith. Smith gets it over to Carrillo. Carrillo over to Hoffman now on the side. Hoffman to Zorafikis. And now to Will Powers. Anthony, Cardinal O'Hara's defense. I mean, you can't describe it any better, right?
No, absolutely not. And that goalie, that's like the cornerstone of that whole entire defense. Putting in phenomenal work, especially against that save against Liam Waldron right there.
And now Waldron gets it back, maybe trying to get his revenge. As now he takes it towards the corner, maybe trying to force a corner kick. This one knocked in the air. No Prep players close to it. Landgraf, I don't know if he was expecting that one. Has to hit it in the air, and he gets back. Zorafikis can't get ahead on it, and Zorafikis a bit more up than usual. Will Powers inadvertently, I think, knocks it over to Hoffman. Hoffman gets to the middle of the field over to Timmy Comey. Comey finds Landgraf. He's got green grass in front of him. Maybe he's going to take a shot on this one. He decides not to, though. Gets it over to Ethan Smith. Smith on the wing. He's got an opportunity. Tries to get into the middle of the field. Knocked out of bounds, though, from Tefkoff. And now the Prep with a corner kick opportunity.
This O'Hara defense has been putting the Prep offense under a lot of pressure.
Indeed, as now Dom Quallett will do the corner kick for the Hawks. Here we go, the Prep. Not had that much success on corner kicks this season, but we'll see if that all changes here. Here it is, Dom Quallett. Kick, it's a little short, but Timmy Comey going to try and make up for it. Here's Comey, gets it over to Quallett once again. Pressure coming in, Quallett shot, and it's just taken away by O'Hara momentarily, and this one being knocked around. Ricocheting off multiple players, and now Cardinal O'Hara has it. The Prep going to back it up. Ethan Smith, though, in pursuit. Liam Waldron doing the same, trying to get Tefkoff. And now this one thrown over to Kin. Pressure from the Prep, and now it ricochets off of Liam Waldron. Here's Dom Quallett on the wing. Shot from him. Oh, just right of the net. Once again, the heartbreak if you are the Hawks. And now it'll be a goalie kick for Cardinal O'Hara. Michael Abrams coming in for Sal Carrillo. And we're going to see Michael Abrams get more time as the season progresses. just because of some injuries we've seen from the prep right now. Ethan Smith tries to get it to the middle of the field. It ricochets, and it might work out here for the Hawks. It went off of Liam Waldron, and now here's Dom Quallett. Multiple players in front of him. Dom Quallett knocks in front of himself, trying to get to the middle of the field now. Nice pass. Landgraf just a little too high for him. Here's Vogel, and they're calling for a handball, and the referees call it late. And now this one will go to Cardinal O'Hara. O'Hara, though, Anthony, really taking it to the prep so far.
Really have been. Amazing defense for now, even though they've had the ball in their half of the field for almost the most part of this game. The defense, and especially this goalie, has been doing phenomenal work against the prep offense.
Indeed, and now here's Timmy Comey. Comey tries to get it in front of the defense, but he just knocks it to the goalie of O'Hara, and now kick past midfield. So Rafik is trying to get a play on it. He knocks it high in the air, and he gets it over to Will Powers. And now to Abrams, making some moves. Gets it over to Zorafikis once again. The pressure, though, from O'Hara. Getting to the prep, and now here's Evan Hoffman. Hoffman to Abrams. And now over to Zorafikis. Now to Vogel. Vogel, no one in front of him. Takes it into Cardinal O'Hara lines. He is zooming through the line, and here is Ethan Smith. Smith tries to get it to Waldron, but the defense not biting on the pass.
These prep attackers, they have to make sure that they finish through with their shots.
Yeah, you're right. I think it was a bit of a pass from Ethan Smith. Just unfortunate no one was there to make a play on the ball. Michael Abrams head taps. It might have mistimed it, though, a little bit. Here's Henry Landgraf. Hits it high in the air. Dom Quallett in pursuit for the prep, and it ricochets. Here's Waldron. Gets it to Ethan Smith, and a save. Wow.
What great speed from that goalie to just get it before the prep can get their feet back on that ball.
Yeah, Ethan Smith just almost if you're Ethan Smith. Unfortunate. And this one hit high in the air. This one a bit shorter than usual. O'Hara going to have to try and get it back. This one last touch by Ethan Smith. Will be a throw-in for Cardinal O'Hara. And now lots of communication from St. Joe's prep. Defensively, Ethan Smith going to back up. Nice head tap from Ethan Smith to take it away. And now here's Timmy Comey. Comey gets it over to Zorafikis. And now over to Landgraf, who has been my MVP so far. And here's Will Powers. Will Powers over to Landgraf once again. And he's going to deliver a big kick upfield. Nice pass to Dom Quallett. And now Quallett trying to get behind the defense. Here he goes. Quallett, look at the speed from him. Shot! And it goes right again. And the disappointment on the faces of the Hawks. It's so close, Anthony, but it's just not going in.
It's just right there. They just need that one little push. It's like they just need a breeze to just get the ball in there.
Yep, it's just so close, but we've seen that a couple times. And you can see it's there for the prep. They just got to finish, that's all. And now Vogel, the speed from him. Vogel taking it through defenders. Look at Vogel go. Oh, trying to get to Liam Waldron, but he wasn't there. You can see the frustration on Vogel's face as he thought he had that, and the prep might have had something there. But unfortunate, and now a goal kick. And Noah Pop comes in for Henry Landgraf, and a must-deserve rest for Landgraf as he has had an incredible first half. But we'll see what Noah Pop can do, who has been one of the prep's best this year and is a team high 4 goals on the season. And the prep, they're going to need his offensive input to get going here in this one. Here's Zorafikis, hits it in the air. Quallett gets a body on it. I think they were trying to call for a handball and a whistle late, and I think they finally do call it, though. Very late call from the officials, but the prep not going to be able to do much about it. And a free kick for Cardinal O'Hara. And the prep, they are not really going to back up much. They're going to stay with the O'Hara guys, and they're not running. Abrams mistimes it there. This one head draft by Zorafikis, and he's able to get one again. Abrams Gets a head tap of his own, but there are a lot of Cardinal O'Hara players there. Hoffman hits it towards the sideline. Last touch by him. O'Hara will do the throw-in. 14:30 remaining in this first half. And now this one, last touch by Cardinal O'Hara. And we'll go to St. Joe's Prep. Seeger last touching it. Throw in there from Hoffman. Nice head tap there from Dom Quallet. And now Ethan Smith gets it upfield. Timmy Comey going to try and get behind the defense here. And offsides on the Prep. That has been a bit of a concern for the Hawks this season. We saw it a lot in Bonner. We saw it a couple times against Carroll. Offsides has been a bit of an issue for St. Joe's Prep, but still tied here, 0-0. Hawks have had plenty of chances, and they will get plenty of more. This one hit out by Seeger. Here's Evan Hoffman. Throwing from him, gets it over to Quallet. Abrams hits this one high in the air into the setting sun. Beautiful sunset there. And now here's Abrams with no one in front of him. Has guys behind him, though. Abrams gets it up to Vogel. Vogel thought about a shot, gets it over to Noah Pop on the wing. And Pop gets it taken away from him. Pop gets knocked out of the way there, but not knocked down, so a clean hit. And Noah Pop gets it over to Vogel. And it's taken away from the Hawks, and a nice play from Cardinal O'Hara's defense. And this one, last touched out by McAteer. And you can see the frustration on the faces of O'Hara. They thought they had that one. And Abrams trying to make a play on the ball, but he has it taken away from Kern. Kern keeps it going. Abrams backs up just a bit. And now this one on the Hawk side of the field. Zarafikis almost knocked it out. Evan Hoffman, though, saves it. Pretty sure Zarafikis just wanted to reset, but Evan Hoffman wants to keep things going. This one knocked upfield to Abrams once again. And he tries to get it up to Dom Quallet. It's a little too far out in front of him, and once again the frustration showing from the Prep. This one will go to Cardinal O'Hara.
This Prep team looks really eager to score, and I think that's why they have a lot of frustration whenever there's just miscommunication or just long passes.
Indeed, and now O'Hara with the throw-in. Here it is. And here's Evan Hoffman with the head tap on it. Ethan Smith, nice play. And this one somewhat behind the O'Hara defense. Noah Pop knocks it to his right. He'll possess it, and here come O'Hara defenders. And now a corner kick for the Hawks, as this one was last touched by Ballios, the freshman, making an impact here on varsity. We've seen him a couple times. Dom Quallet do the corner kick. The Prep have had now it's going to be the third corner kick opportunity, but have not been able to really do much on the corner kick. We'll see if that all changes here. Here's Dom Quallet. The Prep stacking towards the net. Maybe they can just get someone to tap it in. And it's a little too far behind everyone. Zarafikis tried to get it. Whistle blown. And this one will go to Cardinal O'Hara. I believe it might have been offsides, or either someone was in the net. I couldn't necessarily see from this angle. Nonetheless, it'll be O'Hara ball. And they'll get a free kick here, goalie kick, whatever you want to call it. Now here it is. The Prep, though, have defenders there. Now a Pop being the man, and here's Ethan Smith. Smith has a man on his back, and he gets pushed there. A bit of an extension of the arm, no call. Here's Noah Pop. Pop trying to get to the middle of the field. Nice play. Over to Comey. Shot! Oh, it just goes off the crossbar. And out. And it'll be a goalie kick for O'Hara. And that one earlier that went off the crossbar was pretty similar.
Yeah, very similar. This Prep offense has been making great shots, but they're just not there.
Yep, and now I believe that's Michael Comey and Liam Waldron coming in for the Hawks. See, it's Ethan Smith coming out. And I believe Dom Quallet. Head tap there from Abrams. O'Hara players, though, closest to it. And this one knocked over to Will Powers. Powers and the defense, Vogel and Zarafikis really putting in an effort so far. Vogel has it tipped, trying to get it to Noah Pop. And now nice defense from Noah Pop again. O'Hara going to have to knock it back. Michael Comey, closest one to it. Will Vogel head tap from him. And O'Hara continues to move this one around. Seeger gets it taken away. Evan Hoffman near the sideline. This one last touch by him. It'll go to Cardinal O'Hara. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half with no score. Zorafikis just knocks it over to Franny Seaman. Now Zorafikis again. Has some pressure on him. Gets it over to Abrams. Abrams just going to have to knock it back. Franny Seaman calling for it. Well, Powers is just going to take it. And now Powers getting some pressure of his own. Powers going to have to find a way to get it away. Nice pass over to Noah Pop. Noah Pop going to have to get it through defenders. This one ricocheted off of Tegaoth. And now here is Will Vogel. And now there's a ball still on the field. Ball, we're going to have to get that one. Will Vogel will do the throw in, though, with St. Joe's Prep. And now here it is. Trying to get it to Timmy Comey. It's touched on the shoulder by him, and this one knocked in front of everybody. Michael Comey can't get it. It's saved. Another great save from Cardinal O'Hara, stopping the Prep's offense. But the Prep, they have really been in control for most part of the game, just have not been able to score. And now Will Vogel knocking dudes out of the way, and they call that very late. And Will Vogel not liking the call whatsoever. And man down for the Lions. And there's a bit of a shot there from Vogel, who did not like the call. And I don't think it's anything too serious. Hopefully not, as
Just looks like he's taking a little bit of a breather.
yeah, he might have just got the wind knocked out of him coming down on the fall. And that was Kern. But you'd love to see him getting back up and getting ready back up to play. That was a stoppage of time, though. I do apologize for that. That's my bad. Nonetheless, getting back to it, a free kick for Cardinal O'Hara due to the foul. Abrams, nice tap from him. And now here's Will Powers. Knocks it back, and now here comes Cardinal O'Hara. Here's Eef. And he's just going to knock it over to Franny Seaman, who's going to try and save it, and he does. So Franny Seaman going to be able to do what he wants with it. He might just deliver a big kick. We'll see if he does so. And I think he is, calling for Will Powers to get away. Clock still ticking, no score. 7:15 remaining in the first half. Franny Seaman, big kick from him past midfield. This one soaring through the setting sun. And now Evan Hoffman knocks it behind the defense. Noah Pop trying to get a foot on, not able to. Nice play from Tegaoth. And now over to Zorafikis. Prep have it back, and Liam Waldron, really nice play to get it in front of the defense. And now Abrams has it. You might find Will Vogel with it, and he does. Here he is, Vogel, looking for everybody, and now here's Noah Pop. Pop gets it near the sideline, gets to the middle of the field, shot from Comey, and that one hit out of the net before it could get there. And now here's Comey once again, maybe going to think about it. Nice moves from Comey, getting it through the defense, what a play, and now Michael Comey not able to knock it in. Once again, the defense from O'Hara stopping the Prep. Here's Zorafikis, gets it over to Abrams. Abrams to Waldron on the side. I'm sorry, that's Hoffman on the side. Now here's the Waldron. Waldron to the middle of the field. Comey barely got a foot on it. Saved. And once again, not able to score are the St. Joe's Prep Hawks. And now just under 6 minutes remaining. This one hit high in the air. Will Powers behind. Also, I failed to mention that Ryan Smith in the game got his first varsity goal against Archbishop Wood. Same with Michael Abrams. That being on Friday. And now here's Ryan Smith. Maybe he could possibly get another one, but he gets it over to Noah Pop instead. Pop, opportunity for him. Shot, saved. That one might have been tipped just a little bit. Noah Pop talking to the official. Maybe didn't like something there. But nonetheless, Cardinal O'Hara once again saving it from the Hawks. And a kick that doesn't really get to midfield, but The Prep with a triple team here. Ryan Smith trying to knock it away, and he does. Ryan Smith gets it in front of Noah Pop, who possesses it now. Pop tries to get it to the middle of the field. What a play from Noah Pop. Here's a Timmy Comey. It's a little too far out in front of him. Gets it to the middle of the field. It's saved, and it goes out. It goes out. A corner kick, though, for the Prep, and that could have been it there, Correa.
Absolutely explosive play by the Prep. I mean, honestly, you have all the guys over there, but that amazing defense from O'Hara, just keeping it out of the goal and just keeping steady in the box.
And now, corner kick from the Prep, and saved again. Wow. What a game for Cardinal O'Hara's defense. They are putting in the work in this first half. Ryan Smith barely tips it. Here's to Vogel, now to Noah Pop. Pop gets knocked out of bounds there, and he's going to have to make up for it. And this one ricocheted, kicked out. Last touch by the Prep. Or no. Or no, it's actually going to be a free kick for the Hawks, as I guess the push was called. And now here's an opportunity for the Prep to possibly get themselves on the board. And now here is Vogel to do the free kick for the Hawks, and they're setting up a play. It looks like it's for Liam Waldron. Let's see if they can do it. Vogel, a little too far in front of everyone. Noah Pop barely gets it to Vogel, and he's going to try and set something up here. Tries to get it to the middle of the field, and just a little too high for Comey, and this one kicked out by Hoffman. A little too far left, and a goalie kick for O'Hara. And now some substitutions coming in. Jack Joseph in for the Prep, and it looks like Luke Freemuth in. Noah Pop out. Michael Comey also out for the Hawks. Some late substitutions for Coach McIntyre. Haven't seen so many substitutions for Cardinal O'Hara. And this one hit high in the air, and now possessed by the Lions. And O'Hara wants to foul there, and this one ricocheted off of Freemuth. Look at Timmy Comey, the speed, and it's once again saved. Wow. Even if you're rooting for the Prep in this one, you cannot deny the saves from Cardinal O'Hara here today. And Abrams unable to get a foot on it. This one knocked behind the Prep. And Franny Seaman, though, going to bring out some saving of his own. Not much effort, though, to do so. Here's Will Powers. Doesn't really have anybody. Just going to find Abrams. And he's just going to have to knock it back to Franny. I don't think the Prep were too equipped to get it away. Franny knocks it over to Powers. Powers has to find somebody now, and he just gets it downfield. Jack Joseph, closest Prep player to it. Michael Abrams and Joseph trying to make a play on the ball. This one knocked downfield, so Rafikis head taps it, and Abrams is a little too high for him. Vogel comes in, nice play. Freemuth has it taken away from him. Ryan Smith trying to get there, slide tackle from Kin, who now will give it over to the O'Hara offense. Franny Seaman coming in. Powers knocking down Kern. Seaman saves it. O'Hara's side not liking the no call. But we continue here with just over a minute remaining. Joseph gets it over to Ryan Smith, and Smith gets it upfield, taken away from O'Hara. Or by O'Hara, sorry. And now here is Ryan Smith. Joseph knocking it around everybody. Joseph on the side. Has it taken away. Vogel now takes it away. Very nice play from the junior, and he gets tripped up just a little bit. Has it taken away, and Vogel wants the penalty called. He doesn't get it. Slide tackle from Joseph, not able to get it. That one might have went out, and I think they blow the whistle. Yes, they do. And Vogel has to do the throwing for the Hawks with just over 30 seconds, and they might try to hold it until they can score. But Cardinal O'Hara not going to let them do so. Will Powers kick up field. O'Hara able to take it away momentarily. Vogel and Smith getting in the way of each other. And Smith got held in the jersey a little bit. No call from the officials. And now Franny Seaman, big kick downfield. This one in the air. Freemuth trying to make a play on the ball. This one taken away from him. And now Vogel with 3 seconds. I don't think there's going to be much to do, and there will not be. We go to halftime with a 0-0 score. The Hawks not able to do much, but they have had control for the first half. We'll see if they can take it away from the Lions or if Cardinal O'Hara can pull off the upset in the second half. No Hawk Talk at the half today. I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined here by Anthony Correa. We will see you for the second half. Back at it here on WSJP, where the Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep are tied with the Lions of Cardinal O'Hara 0-0 as we go into the second half. The Hawks, they've had some opportunities, just not able to take advantage of them. Anthony Correa, what have you seen from the Hawks in the first half, and how can they get out to a lead?
Hawks, they haven't really looked as aggressive as other games. Mainly probably because of the fact that they've been underestimating the Lions of Cardinal O'Hara. But this Hawks offense, they need to keep finishing through with their shots and just making sure that they go in.
We'll see if they're able to do so. Cardinal O'Hara, they have looked good to start. And now we're going to get things going here. Cardinal O'Hara possesses the ball first as the Hawks had it in the first half. And whistle was blown, and Liam Waldron, he won a bit early there. And the officials continuously blowing the whistle. Here we go. And now the Prep, 11 hats to the ball. Here they go. And O'Hara, they're going to have to think about this one as the Prep. They were quick to it. This one out of bounds. And now the Hawks, I think they might have woken up.
Yeah, it looks like they're putting the pressure on O'Hara.
That definitely is. That they came out with a lot of energy. Here's the throw in. And this one off the back, I believe, of Vogel. Sal Carrillo, haven't seen him since the first half, gets back in there. And now this one almost taken away by Timmy Comey. O'Hara trying to get this one away from the Hawks as the Prep. They are getting very, very aggressive. Here's Dugan who took it away. Now Landgraf. Landgraf doesn't take the pass, and now he does over to Dugan again. Dugan had it tipped in the air. It's taken away from St. Joe's Prep, and now Cardinal O'Hara out in transition. Here they come, and this one just hits right, and now Zarafikis one-on-one, and he has a big push. And now they call the foul. And I'd be surprised if this wasn't a yellow card. And yep, they give him the yellow card. Zarafikis out for 5 minutes.
Very expected yellow card. Just can't really pull two physical moves like that out here on the pitch.
Yeah, that was the Prep, as I mentioned, coming out aggressive. And there's a sign of it there. Cardinal O'Hara with a free kick. And now O'Hara with a big opportunity. Here we go. O'Hara running around near the net. Here's the kick. It's a nice one. Head tapped out, and the Prep able to take it away. And now they're going to have to get it away from O'Hara and get it to their side of the field. And they are running to it. Here's Sal Carrillo, takes it away. Nice kick off field. Great defensive stand from St. Joe's Prep. Look at the speed coming out from everybody. And now the Prep getting it to the middle of the field. Here's Dom Comey. Shot! Saved!
What a great save by the goalie. I mean, he has really great mobility in the box.
And it has just been dominance from the Cardinal O'Hara defense. Hoffman doesn't touch it. Last touch there by Seeger. And now Hoffman will do the throw-in. Dugan double-teamed. Hoffman trying to find somebody. And he just throws it to Dugan anyway. And I think it was last touched again by Seeger. Yes, it was. Throw-in for St. Joe's Prep. Hoffman gets it back. And there's two balls. Which one are they going to use? Oh, they use Hoffman's. Hoffman gets it in. And now the Hawks and Liam Waldron trying to take it away. Nothing, though, there for Noah Pop. Here's Vogel. Vogel finds. I believe that's Hoffman on the wing. I can't really see. Actually, it's not Hoffman, but this one kicked to the middle of the field, and here he is, Hoffman. But it's over to Dugan instead. The Hawks with some fancy moves, but it gets knocked back over to Landgraf. The Hawks going to have to restart. Landgraf no one in front of him, and a long kick there from Landgraf. It goes wide right, and it'll be a goalie kick for the Lions. And as I mentioned, the Prep, they've had possession of the ball for most of the game. They just have not been able to get themselves on the board. now a goalie kick for the Lions. And Dom Qualit able to hit this one maybe a bit early, and he goes flying through the air, and Qualit tries to get it over to Dugan, once again saved. And the frustration on the faces of the Hawks as they've been in this position time and time again.
That goalie really has great speed getting to the ball before any of the other prep attackers can.
And now O'Hara getting this one upfield. Will Powers knocks it away, trying to make up for the loss of Zoraficus. Now a pop has it taken away, and this one last touched by O'Hara. And now a throw-in. Tries to get it to Dom Qualit. Liam Waldron trying to get the takeaway. Dom Qualit. Liam Waldron in there. Waldron gets the takeaway. Tries to get it to the middle of the field. Here's Noah Pop, and he gets knocked down, and there is the foul. And it is going to be a penalty shot for St. Joe's Prep. And it looks like it'll be Timmy Comey who will take it. He's been in this position twice this season. Once against Council Rock North, the other against Father Judge. Timmy Comey, who has 3 goals on the season. Here it is. Shot. Goal! Timmy Comey gets the Prep on the board. Correa, take it away.
Golazo! Timmy Cohen.
Timmy Comey gets the Prep on the board, and they finally take advantage of Cardinal O'Hara. That's how you do it. And the Prep, they want more. Liam Waldron has this one. Try to have it to him, and now Noah Pop knocks it near the sideline. Here's Pop again. Gets it in front of O'Hara defenders. The Prep, they have woken up. Here's Dom Qualit. Almost had it. Gets it knocked away, but it will go out right. And it'll be a corner kick for the Hawks. What a nice play there from Eef to knock it away from Dom Qualit, as he would have had a goal. And now a corner kick that is very quick from the Hawks. And nice moves on the side. Here's Dom Qualit. And he gets tripped up there. No call from the officials. Qualit has it knocked away, and it will go out, but not a corner kick. It'll be a throw-in for the Prep.
This Prep team has been doing a great job at maintaining the ball and making sure that they keep possession of it throughout the whole game.
Indeed, and now they will get the throw-in, as that one went far into the bushes. And running in is Will Powers for the Prep, and that's who they get it to. And a nice play from O'Hara to get it away. And now the Prep, they're going to have to back up here for the defensive side of the ball. Will Powers coming in, and he's going to try and take it away, and he does. The Prep once again taking it away from the Lions. Here's Timmy Comey, gets it over to Carrillo. Carrillo barely gets it upfield, over to Dugan, and Dugan have to take it away. It's ricocheted, but Dugan not able to come up with it. Sal Carrillo, closest Prep player to it, and there he goes. This one knocked over to Will Powers, and he's just going to hit it up. It doesn't go out. I think he wanted it to go out, though. And he's going to head tap it to keep it in. The Prep getting their defenders back, and Henry Landgraf just going to knock it out to make sure everybody gets back. Dugan making sure he is there. And now Cardinal O'Hara with an opportunity. See if they can take advantage. And now here's Will Powers. Try to knock it away, but was not able to. And now Cardinal O'Hara, here's the opportunity. And now Will Vogel. Great job to take it away if you are the Prep's defense. Dom Qualit getting it by defenders. Look at the speed from Qualit, getting past everyone. Qualit in the middle of the field. It's ricocheted. Dugan trying to make a play, but it's saved again. Another great save from Cardinal O'Hara, and the defense ricocheting it away from Dom Qualit. Really put the first touches on that, and now legs of guys going over Will Powers, and now here's Noah Pop on the side, but it's taken away now by Will Vogel, who's just going to keep it with him. Now goes up the sideline again, and he gets knocked out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. Dom Qualit tried to time it, but it just goes a little too far out in front, and Timmy Comey got hit just a bit there. And now hit it right to Evan Hoffman. Over to Henry Landgraf. Here's Timmy Comey. Comey in the middle of the field. Gets it to the side. Over to Noah Pop. What a nice pass from Timmy Comey. Pop. Try to get it to the middle of the field. And a nice job from the defense of O'Hara once again to shut down the momentum of the Hawks.
Goalie doing everything in his power that he can to keep that ball out of the goal.
And now this one, the goalie kick was just too far out of bounds for anyone to get it. And now Will Vogel with a throw-in. Liam Waldron gets to the middle of the field. And a slide tackle, but Waldron gets it away. Here's Timmy Comey. Noah Pop barely able to possess it. It's near going out, and Noah Pop just not able to get there in time. Pop slips a bit. But the encouragement from the parents of the prep, the claps and the cheers, that could all, be very enthusiastic for the prep as they have not really gotten down ever since the goal. They have kept their heads high, and they know that they will have plenty of chances, as they did when they first got that goal. And now here's Timmy Comey once again with the takeaway. Timmy Comey getting through defenders. Here it is, and this one ricocheted. Once again, Cardinal O'Hara continuously suffocating defense, and now the prep going to have to redo it. Here's Liam Waldron once again. Takes it near the side. Over to Qualit. This one hit in the air. I believe that was last touch by O'Hara. Yes, it is. It'll be a corner kick.
These prep attackers have been kicking the ball very powerful whenever they go to make those shots, as you see them ricochet off the shins and other body parts of the O'Hara players.
Something to note, Timmy Comey has now made it a three-way tie for leading goal scorers on the team. Brian Dugan, Comey himself, and Noah Pop all tied for 4 goals on the season. The prep have a total of 29 goals on the year, and a nice save on the corner kick. Just under 30 minutes remaining. And now a kick to midfield. Evan Hoffman hit it a bit too far out in front of him than he would have liked to. Seeger gets a foot on it. Henry Landgraf in pursuit. Landgraf almost has to take it away, and it's not going out of bounds. Carrillo gets a foot on it, though, and now here comes Cardinal O'Hara with an opportunity. Will Powers going to have to make up for it. Here's Sal Carrillo, the triple team from the prep. Shot, and it'll be an easy save for Franny Seaman. Good defensive stand from the prep. And now the prep here, and Noah Pop. Get it back on the Cardinal O'Hara side of the field. Here he comes, Noah Pop. Look at the speed from Pop down the field. The slide tackles, though. Get it taken away, but he's going to get it right back. And this one knocked over to Dugan, and now back over to Timmy Comey. Comey. And hits it just over Noah Pop. I think he mistimed it there. Sal Carrillo and Will Vogel get to it. Will Vogel will be the one to take it. Tries to get it to the middle of the field. This one knocked away from O'Hara. Timmy Comey really has turned on the Jets this second half. Sal Carrillo, nice job to take it away. And he'll get it over to Hoffman. He's looking at Brian Dugan. That's who he gets it to. Dugan has a man on his back. They're going to try and force him left. Dugan gets it over to Qualit. Shot. Goal! Dom Qualit gets the second goal of the game for the prep. And once again, Anthony, take it away.
Dom Qualit for the prep. Second goal of the game.
Second goal for Dom Qualit and company. And the prep have extended the lead 2-0 with just under 28 minutes remaining.
You love to see it from the guys out there, making their shots finally after having a tough first half against the Cardinal O'Hara team.
Indeed, and now the prep back at it again. O'Hara going to have to figure out a way to get themselves back into this game after a tough start to the second half. And now Evan Hoffman, I don't think he expected Seeger on his back. And now Will Powers just has it knocked out away from him. And now O'Hara with an offensive stand. We'll see if they can do something with the ball here. And now here it is. Shot. Franny Seaman with a save. Franny Seaman, in my opinion, the best goalie in the PCL as we speak. Another save for him. Here's Dom Qualit getting it past the defense. Dom Qualit, a man on a mission here today. And another shot, but it's ricocheted. Here's Dugan. Not able to get it originally, and now knocks it back. Hoffman can't have it. Has it knocked away from him. Here's Henry Landgraf. Gets it over to Sal Carrillo. Here's Carrillo. Over to Comey. Comey, look at the speed from him. Timmy Comey, shot! Oh, it just goes left. But it'll be a corner kick for the Hawks.
Just right there, just a little slip up, a little touch by the O'Hara team. But another great shot by this prep offense.
Yeah, Timmy Comey already has a goal here today. Was looking for another, and the speed, I mean, I don't know if he got, a 2x speed in the second half, but something has turned on for him. Here's the corner kick for the Hawks. This one stays on the ground. Dom Qualit shot saved again. And another stand for the O'Hara defense. Landgraf not able to get a head on it, and now this one hit right behind Hoffman. O'Hara once again are going to have an opportunity here, but Sal Carrillo taking it away. Here's Hoffman. I know Liam Waldron does a nice job of faking out the entire O'Hara team, and whistle blown. I think it's going to be offsides on the prep. Yes, it will be. And it will go to O'Hara. Chris Bryan also in the game for the Hawks. And Chris Bryan, kind of compare him a little bit to Jack Joseph, one of those guys that really bring the energy to the team. I'm sure you've heard that out of me before if you're a repeated listener to the St. Joe's Prep soccer broadcast. And now here's Henry Landgraf, gets it near the sideline, and this one curving in, it stays in. Liam Waldron has it now. He's going to keep on going. He just gets it behind the defense. Dom Qualit, though, he's behind the defense, and O'Hara, the goalie, has to come out to make a save, and it stays in bounds, and a nice kick out there. But it will stay with the prep. Dom Qualit, it looked like he could have possibly had another one if he would have just got it behind the entire defense. And now it looks like some substitutions in for St. Joe's Prep. Evan Hoffman out. Abrams in. Looks like Brendan White has also come in for the Hawks. Lots of guys taking a seat for the Prep. And now here's Sal Carrillo in the middle of the field. Carrillo, shot from him, saved! Another great defensive stand from O'Hara. They continuously have done so in this game. Obviously minus the 2 goals, but I think you get my point. Here's Timmy Comey. Gets it over on the wing. Now to Chris Bryan. Bryan not able to get one on it. Henry Landgraf, though, gets a foot on it, saves it to keep it on the Cardinal O'Hara side. Test the aggression of O'Hara. And now this one, try to get knocked in the middle of the field by Brendan White. O'Hara trying to save it from going out and not making a corner kick for the Hawks. And the Prep continuously getting this one back. This one kicked and out by Liam Waldron.
This Prep offense just doing anything that they can to just make sure that they keep this ball in O'Hara's side of the pitch. Just playing an amazing and aggressive game in the second half now.
And now goalie kick, and this one ricocheted up. Sal Carrillo, closest prep player to it. Here's Seeger for O'Hara. And he's got Liam Waldron on his back. Waldron does a really great job to keep it. Oh, what a play by Waldron, getting Seeger off his feet. And now Abrams gets over to Landgraf, who just might have to deliver a big kick upfield, but he keeps it on the ground and gets it over to Abrams. Over to Powers. And now here's Sal Carrillo again. And the Prep's defense just going to hold it. If you're the Prep, you're up 2-0, so there's no necessarily any big reason to take any big risks. And nice play by Abrams to get it away over to Carrillo. Now Landgraf again. Landgraf, nice change of speed. I'm sorry, it was Will Vogel. Well, nice change of speed from Vogel. Liam Waldron almost had a shot there, and it's knocked away. O'Hara with the save. Liam Waldron close to getting a goal for him. That would have been his 4th goal of the year. But unfortunately for him, not able to do so. 22-10 remaining, and this one hit high into the night sky. That rhymed? I think that rhymed. And now Carrillo hits this one up, and he's got some Cardinal O'Hara defenders on his back, and now the Prep, they're going to have to maybe knock this one out. Henry Landgraf keeping it inbounds, and now Cardinal O'Hara here with an opportunity. Franny Seaman barking out orders to his defense. Nice play from Will Powers to knock it away. It'll be a throw-in, though, for O'Hara.
The Prep defenders just doing anything that they can. Make sure that the O'Hara attackers don't get into the box and don't have any good attempts to make any shots.
Indeed, as now Freemuth comes into the game for the Hawks. Also Pat Kane in for the Prep. So the Prep getting some guys in there. We really didn't see that many substitutions in the first half. Freemuth, we saw him. No, Freemuth, though, making some moves. Walking the tightrope. Goes to O'Hara. It's ricocheted. Chris Bryant, nice plays to keep it in bounds. And he's not able to keep it. Bryant and Freemuth on the sideline. Last touch by Freemuth, throw in there for O'Hara. Chris Bryant trying to trick the referees into giving the Prep the ball. And now Will Powers knocks it in the air. Last touch by Abrams. Now here's Cardinal O'Hara. Slide tackle there, but it just goes right into the possession of Abrams. But he tried to get it to Comey, who's not able to get it there. Comey's going to have to try and make up for it. Here's Sal Carrillo. Nice play from him to knock it back to Will Powers over to Landgraf. Might just have to get it back to Franny Seaman, who does. And Franny Seaman, big kick off field. G-Mini. What a massive boot Franny has. And this one, last touch by O'Hara, will stay with the Hawks. And now Chris Bryan calling for it, and that's who it goes to. Bryan thought he was going to have guys in front of him, but he does not. He gets it taken away. Brendan White trying to get the ball back. Cardinal O'Hara wants a foul, and I think they do get it. Yes, they do. Whistle blown, free kick for the Lions. And now we are just about halfway through the second half. St. Joe's Prep have the lead. 2-0 here over Cardinal O'Hara. As the Prep, they have a gauntlet of games this week, with on Thursday taking on Roman Catholic. We got a big win, 5-2 over Devon Prep earlier today. And then on Friday versus Newman Goretti. And then on Saturday versus Abington Senior High School. So a lot of games for the Prep in the next coming days. They're going to have to get their rest, whether they prevail or fall in this game. And now Cardinal O'Hara with it on their side of the field. The Prep's defense in pursuit. This one near the middle of the field. Carrillo and others take it away. Landgraf just delivers a kick to get it away from O'Hara. Here's Brendan White. Nice moves to keep it for himself. Timmy Comey knocks it upfield. Chris Bryan gets behind the defense, and he has turned the Jets on. So is Brendan White. But this one just kicked out by O'Hara. It'll be a corner kick for the Hawks. And now the Prep are going to have to get their offensive guys up to do this corner kick. As the Prep, not much hustle upfield. You know, they could possibly be feeling the fatigue.
Yeah, 2 goals in, absolutely. And just running up and down the field as much, especially with this this O'Hara offense coming into play a lot more now and getting into the Prep side of the field. I would feel a little fatigued too, having to run up and down continuously.
Yep, and now here's Michael Abrams. Here's Pat Kane. And he had it taken away momentarily. He's able to make an effort, though, and gets it over to Carrillo, who gets it over to Chris Bryan. Now over to Brendan White. The Prep good ball movement. Pat Kane has it again. Now to Brendan White. It ricochets a couple times. Brendan White knocks it out. And the Prep going to go close to the ball. Who was that last touch by? It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. It was last touch by O'Hara. Or actually, no, throw-in for Cardinal O'Hara. I apologize. The referee did not make the signal. Did you see the signal, Correa? Am I going crazy?
No,
Okay.
I don't think you're going crazy.
Nope, not going crazy. All right, at least I know that. Now substitutions. Prep substituting 4 guys in. Can't see the jerseys. I believe that's Hardy, Michael Comey, and I can't see the rest. Well, this is tragic. I guess the black jerseys today were not a good option for the broadcast, especially in the night, but believe Massanova in for the Hawks, and I believe Bobby Lithgow as well. And now Timmy Comey gets it over to Massanova. Chase Massanova's birthday actually today, so a good birthday gift would be a St. Joe's Prep win. And here's Freemuth. And Freemuth gets knocked down, and there's the foul from the officials. O'Hara, they seem to understand it. And now it'll be a free kick for the Hawks in a very favorable position, Anthony.
Absolutely agree with you there. Just right outside of the box. Not a penalty kick, but you'll take anything that you can that's close enough to the goal.
And here's Timmy Comey with the free kick. And as you mentioned, Anthony, right outside of the box. And the referee, I think they're trying to figure out where the ball should be placed. And the other referee going to run in. And they're going to back up the Cardinal O'Hara defenders on where they are eligible to stand. Let's see if Timmy Comey can deliver a shot here. And that's what he's going to try to do. And this one just over the net. Anthony, I think you thought that was a goal.
Almost. I thought that was a goal.
Anthony jumped right there, and that one just a little far over the net. I even got a little excited myself. I took a breath ready to yell out the goal call, but nonetheless, Cardinal O'Hara will have another good defensive stand with 15:35 remaining in the game. And another goal kick for the Lions. Brendan White trying to make a play. His effort has been great. Declan Hardy was another one who came in. Not sure if I failed to mention that. And now Freemuth gets this one upfield. Brendan White has Lithgow open near the net. He's going to hold it for now. White gets it to the middle of the field to Hardy. Has it taken away momentarily. Pat Kane just comes running in, and he kicks it over the netting here at Drexel's Field.
This prep team, they've been moving, especially the attackers, they've been moving with great celerity across the field and just trying to get into the box and just making those goals, just trying their very best.
Indeed, and now Cardinal O'Hara with a goal kick, substitutions in. And that'll be Seeger out. And Tethoff in. I wonder how they're going to get that other ball. I guess we'll come to find out. But anyway, Catanzariti also in the game for the Hawks. Whistle blown, offsides on the prep. Looks like it was Bobby Lithgow who's charged, guilty of the foul.
This prep team has to be they just got to keep being careful of these offside fouls that they keep getting called on.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many today. A lot less than usual if you are the prep, and I'm not saying that to down the team, but there have been a lot. And now this one being knocked away from Declan Hardy. Cardinal O'Hara with an opportunity. Will Powers has it back, and now Cardinal O'Hara with some numbers. Franny Seaman, easy save for him. And a big throw from Franny. There's that center field action for you. And now Brendan White. I think I should give some context to that. Franny Seaman, a baseball player as well as being our goalie for soccer. And now Brendan White not able to knock it in, but it will be a corner kick for the Hawks once again. And now just 13 minutes remaining in this game. Now the prep to possibly take a 3-goal lead. Here it is, and this corner kick goes far right of the net. And it will be a goal kick for O'Hara. And some PCL news, though, Anthony. Holy Ghost Prep going to be joining the PCL in the 2026-2027 school year. That news just announced today from the Archdiocese.
Yeah, I saw it this morning. Little surprised seeing that news. Just a random announcement.
Yeah, random Tuesday.
Yeah, random Tuesday. But always just business as usual after that. Just gotta make sure you know what you're doing after that. Joining a new league. And nonetheless, really, I would say a really powerful league. In terms of sports like soccer,
Yes.
as we see here, the
Football,
prep.
the red division, and football, the fourth best division in the country, they say.
Exactly, the PCL, a juggernaut of a league in the country and even in the state.
Yeah, indeed. And we will welcome Holy Ghost Prep in the 2026-2027 school year. So be excited to that for that. Our own Anthony Sorgi also breaking the news this morning to most of us. And you got to make sure to stay up to date for everything St. Joe's Prep Sports. To follow us on Instagram and X at SJP Broadcasting, where we have highlights and updates for everything St. Joe's Prep Sports. And now the Prep here, back in this game, getting a takeaway. This one kicked in front of the defense. Lithgow trying to make a play on it, but he's not able to. And now 11 minutes remaining. Though in other news, when it comes to St. Joe's Prep Sports, we have soccer on Thursday, 7 o'clock versus Roman Catholic. Or maybe we'll have to talk about that in just a second. Here's Freemuth. Taken away from him momentarily, gets it back. Nice moves from Freemuth, faking out defenders here. Freemuth gets it to the middle of the field and not able to get a foot on it was Hardy. But as I mentioned, Thursday, 7 p.m. at Roman Catholic. Myself, LJ McKnight on the call for that game. And then on Friday, soccer at Newman Goretti, 6 p.m. start. Myself and Sam Salamone on the call. And then Saturday, history being made on WSJP. First ever in the same day, 2 video broadcasts, 2 p.m. We'll have soccer for you. Myself and Bobby Wright versus Abington Senior High School. And then that night, we'll go over to Franklin Field for the biggest football game. Well, maybe the second biggest football game of the season, minus the playoffs. But I'd say the second biggest football game of the season, where the Prep take on LaSalle at a 7:30 kick. So that is history being made on WSJP. As I said, 2 p.m. on Saturday, and then 7:30 as well. Soccer and football. You're getting the best of both worlds on WSJP. History. And a nice play there from Massimo Albert, who is now in the game. Gets it away. Here's Freemuth. Can you believe it, Correa? History made on WSJP on Saturday. 2 video broadcasts in one day.
You always hear about sports doubleheaders, but now we have broadcasting doubleheaders with the WSJP back-to-back broadcasts. And honestly, it's great history that's being made, especially under the presidency of you, Ryan Sullivan, and Dominic Schalk, trying to expand this league and expand this broadcasting as best as you can. And I believe everybody in the WSGP club has done very well, from the broadcasting guys to the photographers and the graphics guys.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of those guys get the credit they deserve. We always talk about the broadcasters, but there's so much to it here at WSJP. Obviously, it goes down from your broadcasters all the way to the producers and the assistants and the social media guys and the photographers and there's a lot that goes into it. Here's Jack Joseph, gets the takeaway for the Hawks. Tries to get it to Freemuth. Stops it. Freemuth gets it on the side. Gonna have to kick it to the middle of the field. Saved once again. Another great stand from Cardinal O'Hara, but the Prep killing time. Just under 8 minutes remaining in this game. Another St. Joe's Prep news as well. The golf team winning the PCL today in a great event that has taken place throughout the day. I don't know if you follow St. Joe's Prep Sports on Instagram, you would see that the golf team had a couple guys go to the PCL championship, and the Prep taking home the crown today. And another showing of dominance from St. Joe's Prep Sports. And you hope that football and soccer can also get the PCL championship as well. obviously be big for the Hawks. Freemuth kicked to the middle of the field. Another save. I mean, I don't even know if I just have to say it anymore. I think you know what's coming.
This prep team, although they're trying to kill time with all these shots that are being made to try and score goals, it's still that alacrity to score these goals and just to bring up the score as much as they can.
Here's Jack Joseph. Joseph, wow, look at the footwork from him getting through defenders, but he runs into three at once, and I don't think he's going to be able to get through that. Now Declan Hardy has it taken away momentarily. Cardinal O'Hara, nice ball movement to get it away from the prep. And now this pass going to be intercepted by Massanova. There's a birthday gift for him. Here he goes, Massanova, maybe a birthday goal. It's ricocheted. And now Cardinal O'Hara in transition, but the prep taking it away. And I think I think it was actually offsides on the prep, but there is a man down for Cardinal O'Hara. And I don't know if the referees even see it right now. But yeah, there is a man down. Somebody's trying to explain that, but the official's not calling it, and I think everybody's just going to stop play here.
Yeah, you hear the players from Cardinal O'Hara telling him the man down to lay down and just wait for the refs to call it off.
And that is where we will go to a stoppage here on WSJP momentarily. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, back here on WSJP, it was a bit of a quick break here at Drexel's soccer field. And here's Franny Seaman. Massanova gets over to Freemuth. And now Freemuth walking a tightrope here. Keeps it in. I don't think he was going to be able to there. Yep, referee's blowed the whistle a bit late, but throw in now for Cardinal O'Hara. And substitutions now in for the Lions as they try this final push here with just over 5 minutes remaining in this game. And if you like what you're seeing here on WSJP, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to follow us on social media at SJP Broadcasting on X and Instagram to stay up to date on everything St. Joe's Prep Sports, as we're just under 5 minutes remaining here in this contest. And a bit of a basketball shot there from Eve. And finally gets the approval to throw it in, and he does. This one touched by pretty much everybody in that pile, and Massimo Albert with the takeaway. Has nobody really in front of him. He just gets it in front of Hardy and Joseph. Now it's behind Joseph. He's going to have to make up for that. And he does. And he's getting it past everyone as we speak. Jack Joseph, look at the moves from him. And he gets it to the other side of the field over to Massanova as the prep continue to kill time. 4:19 remaining. Pass to the left of Lithgow. Trying to find an open man. Not able to. It's taken away now. And here comes Cardinal O'Hara in transition. The prep going to have to back up. Also, Ethan Cosgrove in the game. Franny Seaman out as the prep maybe trying to get them guys some rest before Roman Catholic on Thursday. That is going to be a big matchup. Declan Hardy, bit of a slide tackle there, and he's getting now knocked out of the way. Gets pulled back a little bit. No call from the officials. Jack Joseph being the biggest catalyst of wanting the the foul. And now, nice moves here from Aker, trying to take it away from everyone on the prep, but now Hardy gets it back, and Hardy tries to get it behind the defense. Jack Joseph, closest one to it. Nice play to knock it away. And now here comes Pat Kane, closest prep player to it, but he's going to be able to get it, and there's some fighting going on near the sideline. But this one's staying with the St. Joe's prep. Over 3 minutes remaining in this contest. It's coming down to the wire here, and Ethan Cosgrove going to get it back for the Hawks, and gets it over to Massanova. Massanova gets to Freemuth. And what a spin move there from Freemuth to keep it with him. The concentration, insane there. Freemuth trying to keep it to himself. Gets it over to Massanova. Massanova to Catanzariti. He gets it to Hardy in the middle of the field. The Prep trying to not go off sides here. And now Freemuth again on the wing. And he has his pass taken away. And now Cardinal O'Hara on transition. Here comes Aker. Gets it upfield, but Albert's going to be the first one to take it away from the Lions. 2:30 remaining in this contest. Albert making sure no one from Cardinal O'Hara can get a foot on it. Just trying to get away from everyone and find green grass. Catanzariti gets it upfield, and the Prep just going to knock it away. Not going to take any risks. 2:10 remaining now as Cardinal O'Hara going to have to start pushing the panic button. Got to get 2 goals with just 2 minutes, and that's just a tie. Ryan Smith missed time the head tap there. And this one knocked back. Ethan Cosgrove going to back it up. Cardinal O'Hara, they are fast to it. Here it is, shot. And it's just right of the goal. Lucky there if you are St. Joe's Prep.
A lot of luck there, you know. Could have been a goal, should have been a goal, but it wasn't.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Not happening for Cardinal O'Hara. The Prep get away there with a close one as they keep it 2-0. And the Prep have not really let up a shot on goal today. That was probably one of their first ones, but now this one goes to Cardinal O'Hara's last touch by St. Joe's Prep. Just over a minute remaining. And now the Prep with 1:10, just going to keep it to themselves. Well, at least I thought. And it looks like it's offsides from the Prep. Yes, it was. It was on Freemuth. Claps his hands in a bit of disappointment. It'll be a free kick for O'Hara. And now, under a minute remaining, the Prep maybe can start to exhale.
Yeah, you know, the Prep just now breathing a sigh of relief after a stressful first half, going 0-0 into the second half, into halftime, then making these 2 amazing goals.
Yeah, the Prep able to come away with it. Catanzariti knocking it away from Ballios. And now this one walking a tightrope up the field, but it goes out eventually. 20 seconds, and that will pretty much do it here. The Prep and Coach McIntyre going to enjoy this victory, but they're not going to be able to enjoy it for long as these guys are going to have practice tomorrow, and then it's right back to a game on Thursday. So that's going to be a tough road for St. Joe's Prep. But they get the win here, 2-0 over Cardinal O'Hara. That will do it from Vidas Athletics Complex. Correa, it was a bit of a rocky start, but then the Prep picked it up.
Absolutely agree with you there. Rocky start, just like you said. But the Prep using their celerity and just being able to get those goals, those 2 goals that they very much needed, and using their alacrity from from all those shots that they've missed and the ones that they've been wanting to make, they just gotten those 2 goals. The first with the penalty kick, and then the next one with Don Quale. 2 amazing goals, I would say.
Indeed. The Prep take it 2-0 over Cardinal O'Hara. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be back 7 p.m. on Thursday versus Roman Catholic, 6 p.m. Friday versus Newman Goretti, and then the doubleheader on Saturday. WSJP making history for the first time ever. 2 video broadcasts in one day, 2 p.m. Soccer versus Abington Senior High School, and then at 7:30, the regular season game of the year, football versus LaSalle College High School. That'll all be covered here on WSJP. Make sure to follow us on at SJP Broadcasting on Instagram and X. And make sure to subscribe if you liked everything you saw today, and you will stay up to date with St. Joe's Prep Sports. That'll do it here. The Hawks win 2-0 over Cardinal O'Hara. For myself, Ryan Sullivan, my color analyst, Anthony Correa, we say thank you, have a good night, and go Prep.